Hey everybody, Karen from Ask the Spirit Guides. How you doing today? So we are going to have an interesting session with the pendulum, okay? And I am going to ask the lead team collective first if it's a good idea. Lucy's playing with my shoes. If it's a good idea to talk to Jeffrey Epstein's higher self. And then I want to talk to Jeffrey Epstein's lower self. So the reason she's doing that is she thinks this is over there. Lucy, it's right here. It's right, yeah. So, sorry. Okay. So, yeah, she had this way over there. It was sitting on the floor next to me and it ended up way over there. So, yeah, she wants to play, but Mama's got to work. I'll play with her afterwards. Okay. So yeah, so let's see. And then we'll see if his higher self probably not his lower self, but his higher self has a oracle message for us. Okay. So I've got my deck, deck of oracle decks basically, and I'll do a shuffle with you. So all this is going to be in real time. So I haven't done anything besides just set my little couch up with the supplies. Okay. Okay. So let's go ahead and say the prayer. So I close my aura to all but my higher self, the God consciousness, my guides, guardians, and only those of the highest and purest light, including the lead team collective, and ask Archangel Michael to please protect my channel, your channel, the community, the lead team collective, so it is all of the highest and purest light. Amen. Hey, you guys, good morning. I haven't talked to my team today, so hello to my team. Thank you for all your love, kindness, and support and guidance. Really appreciate it. You guys can thank your own team right now if you haven't done that yet today. And thank you to the lead team collective, which is made up of all of our spirit teams, whoever kind of pops into our community. So if you've been hanging out in our community, your spirit team is a part of the lead team collective. Okay. That's the name they gave themselves when I asked for a name on the pendulum. Okay. So you guys, can I talk to the lead team, please? Thank you. Is it in our highest and best interest for all, whoever is listening to this, is it in our highest and best interest to talk to or get a message from Jeffrey Epstein's higher self? Okay, yes. Is it in our highest and best interest for all to get a message from Jeffrey Epstein's lower self? Okay. And our understanding from a previous video, and if you guys haven't seen the previous video where we asked questions with the dowsing rods, our understanding, allegedly and for entertainment purposes only, is that Jeffrey Epstein is still alive on Earth. Is that correct? Yes. Okay. Wide swing. Okay. So we will be, when we talk to his lower self, just as we've talked to Trump's lower self, we will be talking with a spirit that is still having a human experience, correct? Yes. Okay. Okay. So if you guys haven't seen that, I'll post those in the corners at the end of this video. I'll post the first Epstein video that we did a couple days ago, or was it just yesterday? I think it was just yesterday. So my hair's sticking up. And then I'll look for Trump's higher and lower self messages. If you're interested in those, I'll post them over here. Okay. If you're brand new to the channel, then I'll have a Start Here playlist that will pop up right here. Highly recommend you go in there and kind of play around. We've got, introduction to the channel, like what is this all about? Introduction to dowsing rods and pendulum and a lot of introductory sort of what's a soul contract, and I'm talking with the SGs about the spirit guides about soul contracts and a whole bunch of stuff, angels, and just a whole bunch of stuff. We have over 100 videos now of Ask the SGs. So, okay, so are you guys ready? think I've done what I need to do. Okay, I need to call in Mr. Epstein, his higher self. Okay, so, lead team, can you please, is it okay, let me ask. Do you want to communicate and get the message from Epstein and tell me what the message is on the pendulum yourself? No? Okay. So it's okay for us to call in Jeffrey Epstein's higher self for the message? Yes. Okay. Okay. Well, can you please do that then? Okay. So Mr. Epstein, Jeff Epstein's higher self, are you here? Yes. Okay. So we, if you want to just take a minute to look at our community, they can see what's going on. We're all on a spiritual journey and we're all doing it a little differently, just exploring different ideas and different messaging and stuff like that. So we're just curious if you have a message for us that is in our highest and best to know, or, is there anything you can tell us that would be helpful for us to understand what's going on with Jeffrey Epstein? Like, what's going on with him? And it's totally up to you what you want to share with us, whatever you think would be helpful for our spiritual growth and just understanding the world a little bit better, maybe even understanding Jeffrey Epstein a little bit better, if you feel that's important. So do you have a message for us? Okay, he said yes. Okay, all right, let's go. I'm going to bring you down and we will see what message. Okay, so, what is the first letter, please? Oh, he's doing pretty good. Okay, is it a T? Is it a G? Yeah, his energy is really... Okay, so the first letter is G. Okay. I'm waiting for a vowel to land on a vowel. Okay, so E. So G-E. Okay, is the first letter, and it looks like a T then, is the first word get? Okay, yes, okay. So get. What's the second? Is that a W? Yes, okay, W. This is interesting. Is that it? Okay, so W-I. This is interesting. T, you can kind of see where it's going. H, so get with. Okay, I, so I think he's saying get with it. Okay, T. So is your message get with it? Huh. Okay. So yes, the answer is yes. Are you telling us to get with it? The community? Oh, wow. Okay. Or are you telling Jeff, your lower self, to get with it? Okay, he's telling us to get with it. All right. What do you mean? Okay, so let me write that down real quick. Okay, so obviously we need clarification. Get with it. So if you have any sense of before we get clarification, put it in the comments. If you're like, what do you think Where do you think he's going with this? I'd be curious to see what you guys think. Okay, so get with it. So what do you mean? Can you clarify? What do you mean by get with it? Get with what? Okay, is that a V? Okay, V. I. Huh. O. Okay. Okay. Are you spelling violence? Yes. Okay. So get with it. Are you... So it makes me wonder, my interpretation right now, it makes me wonder if he is saying, well, because we're just like, give us, what is it? I don't know. Maybe I asked too many questions. Like I just wanted to let him give us a message. And so get with it, violence, like it's about violence. So let me just see if that's what he's trying to say. So are you saying that your lower self is all about violence? Yes. And are you telling us, well, duh, basically, like get with it? Okay. So humanity, for us in human form now, we need to stop, putzing around with this situation because it's all about violence. Yeah. Yeah. Violence against younger people. Yes. Girls and boys. Yes and yes. Okay. So, all right. Well, let's see. What exactly do you want us to do about it? I mean, it is your lower self, so what is it that you want us to do about it? What should be done? What should be done regarding the situation with your lower self? Whoa, is that a K? See it right away. I assume I see the K and then I'm like, okay, yes, okay, K. Oh boy. I. Not quite this very spiritual, is it, you guys? Okay. Okay. So basically, are you saying unalive? Kill? Is that what you're going to spell? Kill? Okay. Are you referring to people? Yes, obviously, entertainment purposes only, you guys, obviously. Alleged. Well, this is all alleged. Okay. Are you talking about systems? Kill systems too? Okay, yes. Okay. So that's very interesting. Well, let me just ask, what can the average person, like anyone who's listening to this video, who doesn't really have, maybe is not in law enforcement or a part of the case or anything like that, what can the average person do to help bring this situation to an end where it's harming and so violent? What can we do? Okay, is that a J? Yes. Okay, J. U. S. Okay, so just. Ah, okay. P. R. Okay, so just pray. Okay, well, that's helpful. I mean, it's helpful because, I don't want to leave here even feeling like, well, what can I do about it? You know what I mean? So, okay, so violence. What else did he say after violence? Besides just pray? Just pray. Okay. Oh, Kill, he spelled out. Okay. Okay, so let's get a message from him through Oracle. Let's ask if he wants to give us a message through Oracle. Do you have a message, if you can look at all the Oracle decks I have, do you have a message that you want to give us through an Oracle deck? Oh, no. Okay, I guess I won't pull an Oracle then. Okay, so Jeff's higher self, we would like to talk to your lower self. Is that possible? Okay. Will your lower self be helpful for us to get a message from? Okay. And your lower self is still on Earth? Yes. Does your lower self look like we think he looks like from old pictures? No? Okay. So, will your lower self tell us where he's located? No? Okay. Okay. So why don't we go ahead and call your lower self in and see what kind of messages he has. Okay. So Jeffrey Epstein, lower self, are you here? Yes. Now everybody might interpret this a little different. How I interpret lower self and higher self being in the other realm, that where when we transition, where we go to is a different realm. One who can see and know, more than we do, with the veil covering, our veil of amnesia when we're born. And the lower self is that part of the spirit that is on earth. But especially, you can also think of lower self and higher self depending on the situation. I mean, a lower vibration too. Okay, we're all lower vibration on earth. Then when we cross over and transition, we are back into very high vibration. So that would be how I interpret it and what I've learned. That doesn't mean I'm right. I'm open to other interpretations. So if you have other interpretations you'd like to share, that would be very helpful for other people who are discerning what is helpful for them. Okay, so you want to take, if what I just described if that feels good to you or if that makes sense to you, then go with that until you learn a different way that makes more sense to you. If it doesn't make sense to you and you don't feel good about how I just described it, then your inner self is saying, not quite for me. That's not quite the right definition for me. So it's always good to look, again, there's no black or white here. There's a lot of gray, and it has to do with how you interpret things and allowing yourself to see things differently than other people. Allowing other people to see things differently than you too. You know what I mean? So yeah, so just if you have other ways to interpret it, please put it in the comments so people can, figure out what's right for them. Okay, so this will be interesting. I feel like this, well, in a way, I don't know. I guess that was higher self. It doesn't feel very higher self, but I can see how it would be. Okay, so Jeff, do you have a message for us about what the hell is going on with you? What happened? How did you get into this in the first place? What was the whole thing? How did you get into this in the first place? I should just let him give us a message, but now I'm curious. Okay, is that a W? Okay, yes. W. I T H. Okay, so with. Oh boy. T. Is that a T? Shouldn't assume it's a T. Is that a T? Yes. Okay. So you might be wondering, like, I don't really, if this is no, right? So he was going this way and it was a T. And when I said, is it a T? He started turning it. So I don't really have to wait for him to go fully yes. He started turning it this way. And so if it was a no, he would have just stayed swinging, right? So once he started turning it, then I realized he's going to go to yes. So I don't really always wait, obviously, till him to go to a full yes, because there's really no reason for it. Okay, so it's a T. If he's going to say what I think he's going to say, that's going to blow my mind. Oh boy. R. Is that an R? That's a very wide swing too, R. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. U. Wow, you guys. I didn't expect that. M. Okay. So was this with, so you're saying that you started this whole thing with Trump, allegedly, and for entertainment purposes only? Yes. Was it with Trump Sr.? No. Okay. It was with who unfortunately is our current acting president. Holy shit. That's unbelievable, you guys. Okay. I hadn't even thought of that before. Did you guys ever think of that? Have you ever thought that because they were really good friends and he has been seen in more pictures with him than anybody else, then it never even occurred to me that they would have constructed this whole thing together. Oh my, what a colossal failure of our political system. What a colossal failure. Unbelievable. Okay. Well, no wonder. No wonder. Okay, so that's just unbelievable. I hadn't even thought about that. Wow. Okay. All right. So, seeing the truth behind things right now is very strong. So it is time for it. We just have to see the truth, you guys. We have to see the truth. And I'm not saying this is the truth. Again, this is allegedly and for entertainment purposes only. But it is an interesting thought. I had not that never even crossed my mind. And I'm kind of a, all the crime shows I've watched over the years, I'm kind of a sleuth. I can come up with a lot of good, ideas about, how something might occur, but I hadn't thought about that one. Okay, so I probably, because I haven't wanted to really spend too much time thinking about this guy, but all right. So you're saying that the whole thing, you designed the whole trafficking thing with Trump? Okay. And so anything else you want to tell us? Okay. What do you want to say? You sure you don't want to tell us where you're living right now? No. Are you currently on Earth? Yes. Okay. All right. So are you still involved in all the trafficking? Oh, well, nice. Yes, he is. Okay, hey, you big butthead. Sorry, I'm gonna start getting feisty now. Okay, so, um, well, what do you want to tell us? How can we stop you from doing this? Do you think you're going to be stopped from doing this? Yes. Okay. What will stop you? What's going to stop you? Oh, okay. K, I. All right, so that's consistent with his higher self. L, yep. L, L. Okay. So are there people who these are kind of yes and no questions, but are there people who know, are you living with people who know you are truly Jeffrey Epstein, even though you don't look like that anymore? Yes. Okay. So, okay. Is that why your partner, Maxine or Maxwell, whatever her name is, hasn't talked? Okay. All right. So okay, so KILL, unaliving you is the only thing that's going to stop this? Well, will it be somebody who knows you? Yes. Okay. Will it be soon? Yes. Okay. Well, we have to pray, you guys. So just pray that the whole situation for the highest and best is that the whole trafficking thing ends soon and comes to light. Is Trump ever going to be implicated in this situation with you? Great. Okay. Yes. Okay. Okay. Any other messages you have for us? Is that a W? Okay. W. A. I. Okay. Wait. Okay. F. Whoops. Sorry, you guys. Slippery fingers. F. Okay. O. Okay. Wait for. Okay. Wait for. Are you spelling wait for it? Okay. We are waiting for it. You know, you're ruining a lot of people's lives. You know that, right? Yeah. That's great. That's just great. I watched an interview. I will post it in the description below, but I watched an interview. It was really helpful to listen to, of one of his victims. And she was actually 21 when she was trafficked, and she didn't even realize until 2019 that she actually was trafficked. Trafficked. No. So, because they are so good at grooming. They're so good at it. So really, really interesting interview to listen to, and just kind of how she's pulled her life together. But just, I think it's helpful. I think it is important for us to realize that this is going on, even though it's hard for us, because whatever is going on in humanity is part of us. So we have to all collectively vibrate high enough to not allow this to happen, you know? So it's important to know that it's there without going and keeping it in perspective. Remember, living within your own reality in terms of like your attitude, emotions, all that kind of stuff, while still looking at the truth of things. Okay, so that's kind of where I'm at in life. I've been talking about that in the last week or so, is how do you look at the truth of things without getting sucked into it emotionally? So hard for empaths, especially feelers. Okay, so that's why, I just think Yeah. I just think the more we can see the truth, the more we can identify how we're not going to put up with this anymore, right? And then raise our vibration, keep raising our vibrations so that the world knows we're not going to put up with this anymore. And I think more and more, thankfully, Trump is such an idiot. He makes mistakes all the time and lies all the time. And that's going to be his downfall, I think, is this whole situation. So, and actually it was confirmed by the SGs. And then what's really interesting, Faye, I don't have my phone with me, otherwise I'll read this tomorrow when I come on. But Faye, who does astrology for the community, she sent me an email before I posted the Epstein video yesterday. And she said, based on the astrology, she really thinks, even though that we've been saying Trump's going down, Trump's going down, Trump's going down, allegedly, that this would probably be his downfall. And so she sent me that email before I posted the video, but the video had already been recorded. It just had posted at 2 p.m. yesterday. So I thought that was really interesting that the SGs said it, and then Faye had her own, based on the astrology and just her own intuition, had the same instinct and had sent me an email about it. I'll read the email tomorrow, okay? Because we're already 30 minutes, so. All right, you guys, very interesting. I hope you found this interesting. I didn't really write down what his lower self just said. I might have to listen back. Oh yeah, with Trump, he said, oh my gosh, I mean, seriously? Unbelievable. I mean, it's not unbelievable, but it is unbelievable. It's not unbelievable. It's not unbelievable. It actually makes sense. That actually makes so much sense. And then he said KILL was the only way to deal with him. Okay. And then he said, just wait, right? Wait for it. Oh, he said, wait for it. Wait for it. Okay. All right. We're waiting for it. Okay. So again, good advice from his higher self is just pray. Okay. And just a reminder, I think one of the things I learned, and I this resonates with me, is when I pray, when I set intentions, now I'll say for the highest and best of all, because I don't want to get in the way of karma and the karma balancing that has to take place, the final karma balancing that has to take place on this earth. So, and isn't how much flooding is going on just incredible? It's mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing. So it kind of just makes me, that's such a side note here, but, you know, we've been hearing from spiritual folks that Mother Earth is kind of cleansing the karma off of different areas on Earth, you know, and the fact that there's just so much flooding it's all of a sudden there's just, I don't know, it's interesting. So, okay, maybe we should do an SG session on the flooding. Let's do that. Okay, I'm going to do a call out, you guys, just because I'm really curious about all the flooding. Kind of like maybe we should talk to Mother Earth about, or Lady Gaia. I know there's other names, but maybe we should talk to her about all the flooding and find out what's going on. I'll do a call out, and if you guys are interested, so watch in the post area. It'll already be posted when I put this video out. So watch in the post area for that. Okay. And then if you have questions, if there's not enough questions, then we won't do it, but I'm kind of curious about it. So, okay. Have a good day. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.